Hi everybody and welcome to this kind of spicy Vinyasa flow. My name is Eli and today I'm going to guide you through it. So for today's practice, probably what you will need most likely is just your block. So if you have a block at home, just go and grab it. Otherwise, let's start. Let's jump into it. Start to find your cross-legged position in front of your mat, middle of the mat. And just feel nice and rooted. Relax the hands on top of your lap, bringing the elbows slightly in so that you can find the shoulder are dropping down. At the same time, root through your spine and lengthen through the crown of the head, breathing in and out from the nostrils. Allow the breath to be long. Invite equanimity into your breath. On the next inhalation, start to make nice circles with the shoulders towards the back, 3 to 4. And towards the front, again, 3 to 4. When you're ready, start to make circle with your neck. Again, go more than speed. Think about looking for something. You might find areas of your body that are a little bit more tense. Check if you spot any stiffness there or anything that is particularly tight. Maybe linger there for a moment, even maybe placing the hands on top of the head if you find one. And then as soon as you're ready to let it go, just continue circling. As soon as the chin is towards the chest, reverse the circle. If you start clockwise, move anti-clockwise. Last one. On the next inhalation, send the arms up, palms are joining together. Exhaling, draw the hands in front of your heart space, setting an intention for your practice. So simply keep yourself consistent into your breath. And when you're ready, gently blink your eyes open. Send the hands on top of the floor and roll onto your knees. Bring yourself into your tabletop position. Hands under the shoulder and knees hip width apart. Prior to this, we start just to move freely. Prior to any movement, inviting in whatever you wanna. Sometimes I like to make circles. I call it the washing machine. And of course, if you do so, remember to reverse. Or sometimes we feel like just free movement, making big. Maybe make it small. Whatever feels good. A couple of other breaths there. Allow yourself to move freely. Notice what is there to be found. When you're ready, bring yourself into your tabletop position. And we start simply with warming up our wrists. Spread the fingers comfortably wide and we make circles. Either the elbows are looking into each other. Bring the shoulder in line almost with the fingers. And then again, if they're a circle, we move both sides. So if you started clockwise, anti-clockwise, we do it for another couple of rounds. I like to take 2 and reverse so that I'm sure I'm not skipping anything or I'm not doing one more than the other. When you're ready, fingers towards the outside, eye of the elbows looking into each other. Again, here, we might want to place the hands apart as much as we need or together as much as we can, wherever we have flexibility and feels comfortable for us. So if you bring the elbows together and the heel of the wrist together, maybe take circles. Again, also here we want to reverse. Last one. And when you're ready, sit back, a little bit of firecracker, shake your hands, elbows in line with the shoulders. And we want to close the index and the middle fingers with our thumb, and we want just to splash water out. So we move as fast as we can. At the same time, it's just our fingers moving, so the rest of the arms don't move. No elbows flapping, nothing. No wings here and there. And then we start to move faster. And then we move faster. And then we faster that we want. And then faster that we like. Until we feel the forearms are warming up. Definitely for me, it's already happening, so I hope for you too. Keep. Faster. When you're ready, shake your hands. Bring yourself back into your tabletop position. Again, and we start with our cat and cows. So send the tailbone back, belly drop and chest open. When you're ready, on the exhalation, find the tuck and round. Angry cat, dome your spine. Inhaling, find your cow. Chest bright through. Exhale, round and push forward. Inhaling in. Exhale, round. Last one. Inhale. Exhale, round. And when you're ready, bring yourself into your tabletop position. Send the big toes together, knees slightly apart, and we sit in our child pose. Sending the elbows towards the ground a little bit more. Finding that we want to open the armpits. You can stay here, but if your elbows are onto the ground here, want to place the hands together, press the elbows down, and simply guide the hands behind the neck. At the same time, I want to think that my armpits are moving towards the floor. So I'm kissing the floor with the armpits. Keep pushing. You should feel that one side feels way more open than the other. So just be aware of this information. When you're ready, exhale, hands down. And we use this start for waving into our plank or like modified plank on knees and waving back in our child pose. So when you're ready, inhale, wave, find that cat spine. Exhale, pelvis, reach, belly drops, and we sit back. Again, wave, we do this one for 4. Find it feels good so that you can close your eyes. So that you feel like this, nice and juiciness into the motion. And when you're ready, wave forward again. Drop the belly, sit back, child pose. Lifting yourself up, bring the knees under the hips again. This time we will tuck the toes under, looking for a bear position or a hovering table. So lift the knee here. Should feel the core is nice and engaged and feels pretty strong, right? When you're ready, we look with the same motion that we did before, transitioning our cow and cat spine. So keep another breath here, just because you can. Protract the shoulder and be strong. Inhaling, sending the tailbone up. Finding the cow spine. Exhale, wave forward towards a plank, rounding. Inhaling. Exhaling, wave forward. Last 2. Keep the hovering. Keep gazing up and maybe close your eyes. Let the gaze follow your motion. So when you are pulling back, you're looking, opening the chest. And when you're moving forward, you gaze back. On an exhalation, find your downward facing dog. Bring the feet as much as you can towards the ground. Maybe the heels are reaching down. Otherwise, keep the knees bent. Pressing the hands down, floor away from you. Finding that action of your armpit looking into each other like if they want to kiss. These armpits, always thinking about kissing. And keep strong left into the navel. When you're ready, inhaling, sending the right leg up. Exhaling, knee to nose. Inhaling, lengthening. Exhaling towards the right elbow. Inhaling, lengthening up. Left elbow, maybe left tricep. Inhaling, lengthening. When you're ready, step the foot between the hands with no sound. Bring the back knee onto ground. And we start to circle the right arm. Inviting motion. It's nice. Maybe already coming on fingertips. Foundation into the legs. Taking the last circle here. On the next one, we will come all the way up. So inhale and come up. Right arm is reaching back, left arm is reaching forward. We find this open twist. Pay attention what your legs are doing. Try to squeeze them together and find still that length into the left hip flexor. Keep breathing. Maybe gazing back. When you're inhaling, sending the right arm close to the right hip. At the same time, as you send the arm forward, you're spinning on top of the left knee and finding this modified version of your warrior 2. Again, we want to pause between the two, feels good. When you're ready, hold there. Gazing forward. All this modification on knees, like kind of memento that you can come back here, whatever feels challenging when the knee is off the ground. Inhaling. On the next exhalation, start to send yourself onto side. Finding that side plank modified, arms can reach towards the front of the mat. Breathe in and out. When you're ready, exhale. Come back up. Spin on top of the foot and the back knee. Step it back. Find a plank. Exhale, knee, chest, and chin. Untuck and wave. If you want into your cobra, lifting the ear, lifting the knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the next inhalation, left leg reach. Exhale to nose. Inhale, lift. Exhale, left elbow. Inhale, lift. Exhale, right elbow. Hold it here. Inhale, send it up. And we step between the hands with no sound. Bring the back knee down. Finding the circle again. Flossing the shoulder at the same time. Preparing next one, we come up. So inhale, come all the way up. Finding that open twist. Again, find that you can strongly squeeze the legs together as your hip flexor moves down. Try to keep solidity, also gentle tuck in the tailbone. When you're ready, inhale, brush and spin. Find that modify warrior two. Pulse in between, have fun. And now when you're ready, stay there. When you're ready, inhale, come up and send your right hand on the ground. Left arm reach overhead, long line. Or maybe towards the sky. I like to extend a lot. Since we are constantly crunching in our life almost, right? Or like rounding, better said. When you're ready, come back up. Send your hands down. Spin on top of the back knee. Step back. Hold here for your plank. Exhale, knee, chest, and chin. Inhale, wave into a cobra. Beautiful. Exhale, find your downward facing dog. By any means, if anytime you feel you want to come into your child pose, please feel free to do so. When you're ready, right leg reach all the way back and up. Exhaling, stepping your right foot outside of your right hand. And we can stay with the knee elevated off the ground. So either you bring it down or you lift it up. Start to bring the elbows onto the ground. Always dropping the right one before the left. Keep the back leg nice and strong. Couple of breaths here, feeling the hips are opening, supporting you into the motion. When you're ready, inhale, lift the chest. Start by pivoting heel to toe, the right foot between the hands. Stepping the back foot slightly closer. Inhaling here, squaring the hips, hugging the legs together. Exhale, fold. Find that cow spine and find that fold into your pyramid. Keep strong, arms can reach forward, more length. And when you're ready, inhale, lift the chest. We bend the front knee, maybe stepping a little bit the back foot away, walking the hands inside, spinning on top of the heel, and finding our Skandasana. Again, for Skandasana, either you can place the hands in front of the heart, support yourself simply by placing the hands onto the ground. Try to keep the heel onto the ground. So if this one happens, try to kind of root it down or simply stay higher. It will be difficult either way. Staying here for 2, 3, and transition forward as low as you can. Stepping back into your plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin, my favorite. Inhale, wave into a cobra. Exhale, downward facing. On the next inhalation, we send the left leg up, and we step the left foot be outside of the left hand. Again, same. We want to pulse or simply drop the left elbow down. Staying here for 3 to 4 breaths. Keep the back leg nice and elevated, but try to avoid to push away from the stretch. On the next inhalation, lift the chest, heel to toe, left foot between the hands, step the back foot forward. Inhaling here, squaring the hips, exhale, fold, find your pyramid. Back foot can be like kind of pointing forward or slightly 45 degrees. That is about what you want to feel. Escaping from tradition, sometimes I more feel like what I'm feeling when I'm here. When you're ready, inhale, lift the chest, bend your front leg, step back. And we start to walk the hands inside, moving towards Skandasana, back of mat, having fun while we are here. I know it sounds like contradiction in terms, but it can be kind of nice once you find the joyfulness of Skandasana. Start to move forward. Again, planting, stepping, and we find the knee, chest, and chin. When you're ready, wave into a cobra. Exhale, downward facing. We are building up heat, we are building up momentum. So when you're ready, right leg reach up. Exhale, knee to nose, or to touch your chest. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, right elbow. Inhale, lengthening up. Exhale, left elbow. So you can stay here. We have a couple of options. Sending the foot out as my back foot spin. Maybe lifting it up. Maybe even catch it with your hand. If you catch with your hand, see what's happening. If you send the foot all the way towards the front, say, what? Whatever you are, send it back up. Find your three-legged dog. Say, okay, that was enough. Exhale, step your right foot between the hands. Coming already into the fingertips of your left hand and making circle with your right one. You know the gist. The fourth round is the good round, right? When you're ready, inhaling, coming all the way up. Beautiful. Finding that open twist. Keeping the front knee bend, back leg as much as you can straighten on toes. Breathe in and out. Inhaling, brushing the hip. Spinning on top of the back foot. Finding that warrior two on exhalation. Gazing towards the front. Beautiful. Keep breathing in and out here. When you're ready on the next inhalation, stretch your front leg, left hand, left thigh, reverse. Keep breathing. When you're ready, exhale. Start to bend your front leg, but at the same time you pull back. Moving towards the back of your mat, finding that Skandasana. Staying here, hands in front of the heart. Any variation. So if Skandasana is very comfortable for you, maybe you want to drop the hips down, grabbing the left ankle with your right hand, left arm reach up, and we find a side bend, gazing towards the sky. Keep the knee pointing towards the ceiling. Beautiful here. Find the length into the spine. When you're ready, breath in and out. Inhaling, coming all the way up. So we want to lift from the ground. Hands can be of your support. Otherwise, left from the hips. Very strong transition. Start to move all the way forward. On the next inhalation, come on toes. Send the arms up. Find that high lunge. The one that you know, probably. Coming strong onto the back toes. On the next inhalation, bend the elbows. Exhale, wave and stretch forward. Inhale, find the chest pumping up. Exhale, reach towards the front of your mat. Inhale here. Exhale, reach. When you're ready, bring both hands down. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fly the back leg. Finding a warrior three. Option to keep the hands unblocked on the ground. Pinky is looking down. Keep breathing. Sending the arms back if you wish. When you're ready with control, start to bend your standing leg. A little bit more that you like. Maybe a little more that you want. And now with control, step back. Both hands on ground. Plank pose. Exhale, knee, chest, and chin. Inhale, wave. Find the cobra. Exhale, step back. Downward facing dog. We do everything again. So when you're inhaling, lifting the left leg up. Exhale, two elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, two nose. Inhale, lengthen up. To the opposite elbow, preparing here. Foot can be on ground. Maybe catching your foot. Standing onto the side, maybe towards the front of the mat. We stay here for 2, 3, and 1. Send it all the way back up. And then when you're ready, land softly between your hands. Stay on the fingertips of the right hand. Nice tuck into the back foot. 3 circles. Yay! This is the part you say, ah, I like this. Feels so soothing, right? And when you're ready on the next one, come up. Find that open twist. A little bit more strong, a little bit less soothing. Stay strong into the back leg. Keep breathing, smiling. One breath to go. When you're ready, inhale, brush the hip, spin the foot. Find your warrior two. Oh, me liking it. Roll the shoulder, relax here. Keep the knee pointed to your third and fourth toe. Anchor the back foot, strong legs. When you're ready, inhale, stretch your front leg and reverse. Reverse Trikonasana. Find this long line. When you're ready, inhaling, coming forward, start to micro bend your front leg. At the same time, hands reach forward and move back like there was a heavy wind. And you sit into your Skandasana. Like before, if you're keeping working on your Skandasana, fantastic. Otherwise, drop the hip down, catching the right ankle with your left hand. And then we want to just to find the lateral stretch. Keep breathing, opening the chest up. When you're ready, inhaling, coming up, lifting with your mobility skills or with your hands, both they count, and start to move forward. Okie dokie. From here, start to send the arms towards the sky, finding that high lunge that you know. Exhaling, bending the elbows, think that you're a dragon. Exhale, forward, fly on the CD. Inhale, bend. Exhale, maybe spit some fire. Inhale, up. Exhale, round and rich. On the next inhalation, inhale, lift up. Exhale, arms are reaching forward, maybe on ground. This time, if your arms are reaching forward, inhale, exhale, fly the back leg up. Find that warrior three. Keep breathing. Lifting the chest as you engage the hamstrings and the glutes. On the next exhalation, start to bend the standing leg. Bend a little bit more than you want, a little bit that you like. Step back. Left foot join the right to the back of the mat. Exhale, knee, chest, and chin. Inhale, wave into a cobra. Hold it here for a moment. Press the hands towards the back. Feeling the chest projecting towards the front. The feet are pressing hard. For 3, lifting a little bit more. For 2, and exhale, release down. Hands under the forehead. Take a moment here, bring your chin towards the ground, maybe a chick. Just rock from side to side. When you're ready, hands under the shoulder. Push yourself into your child pose. Take a moment here, sit back. Enjoying the pause in between motion so that we can enjoy the motion between the pauses. When you're ready, inhale, walk the hands towards the knee. Take a moment to drop your hips towards the ground, sending the legs towards the front. From here, we want to flex the feet. Also here, if you cannot create that cow spine as you fold, grab a block and place it under. Otherwise, inhaling here, exhaling, folding, elbows reaching down. Think about crown of the head. Want it to kind of touch the the toes. Inhaling, lifting, exhale, fold. Inhale, lift, exhale, fold. Inhale, lift, exhale, fold. Last 2 breaths. Keep the length. When you're the inhale, lifting up, placing the hands behind the knees, dragging the knees into the chest. And imagine that you were like a little bit of a zombie or like a little bit super tired. As you move towards the ground, try to keep gently though the engagement of your navel and then release down. Take a moment here, bring the knees all the way into the chest, rock from side to side. And when you're ready, start to keep the right knee in, left leg reach forward. Hug the knee into the chest, and when you're ready, maybe scooping the left hip down, drop your right knee towards the left side on mat, opening the right arm onto the side. Also here, if knees is away or shoulder is lifting way too much, bring a block under your knee. Keep breathing. When you're ready, inhale, knee in chest, and just change, adjust the hips, or maybe prepare already for the next one. Hug the knee in, and then when you're ready, drop and twist. Look for sensation, even if this one seems a very mundane place to be, just look for sensation. When you're ready, inhale, knee to chest, hug yourself into the middle. Maybe bringing the nose towards the knees, maybe rocking from side to side this step. And when you're ready, send the feet towards the opposite corner of the mat, arms open, palm are facing towards the sky. Take the last chance to release every muscle into your body, maybe contract and release so that you remind yourself what it means to be relaxed, if you struggle with that. And stay in your Shavasana as long as your body needs to. I want to thank you for being with me today. Stay here in your Shavasana. Enjoy your well-deserved relaxation. See you around. Thank you again.